A royal peculiar is a Church of England parish, a church exempt from the jurisdiction of the diocese in which it lies and subject to the direct jurisdiction of the monarch. Definition: A peculiar is applied to those ecclesiastical districts, parishes, chapels or churches that are outside the jurisdiction of the bishop and archdeacon of the diocese in which they are situated. They include the separate or peculiar jurisdiction of the monarch, another archbishop, bishop of the dean and chapter of a cathedral, also the Knights Templars and the Knights Hospitallers. An archbishop's peculiar is subject to the direct jurisdiction of an archbishop, and a royal peculiar is subject to the direct jurisdiction of the monarch. The concept dates from Anglo-Saxon times. Later it reflected the relationship between the Norman and Plantagenet kings and the English Church. Most peculiars survived the Reformation but, with the exception of royal peculiars, were finally abolished during the 19th century by Act of Parliament and became subject to the jurisdiction of the diocese in which they were. Although a few non-royal peculiars do still exist, the majority of royal peculiars that remain are situated within the Diocese of London. Present day. London: the Collegiate Church of St. Peter, Westminster, commonly known as Westminster Abbey, and containing the Henry VII Chapel, which is the chapel of the Order of the Bath. The chapels associated with the Chapel Royal, which refers not to a building but to an establishment in the royal household, a body of priests and singers to explicitly serve the spiritual needs of the sovereign. The Chapel Royal, St. James's Palace, the Queen's Chapel, St. James's Palace, the Chapel Royal, Hampton Court, the Chapel of St. John the Evangelist in the Tower of London, the Chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula in the Tower of London, the Queen's Chapel of the Savoy, a private chapel of the sovereign in right of the Duchy of Lancaster. It is the chapel of the Royal Victorian Order. The number of members of the order in recent years has outgrown the available space in the Savoy Chapel, so the service for those who have received awards is now held in St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, every 4 years. The Chapel of St. Mary Undercroft, the crypt of the former St. Stephen's Chapel in the Palace of Westminster. The building is administered through the Lord Great Chamberlain and Black Rod, and it has no dedicated clergy. By convention, services were conducted by the rector of St. Margaret's, Westminster, a member of the chapter of Westminster Abbey. In 2010, the Speaker of the House of Commons used his right of appointment to nominate an outsider, REVD. Rose Hudson Wilkin. The Royal Foundation of St. Catherine, founded in 1147 by Queen Matilda of England as a religious community and medieval hospital for poor infirm people next to the Tower of London. Edinburgh: Chapel Royal, Holyrood Palace. Cambridge: the Church of St. Edward, King and Martyr, Cambridge. Windsor: St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, the Chapel of the Order of the Garter. Royal Chapel of All Saints. Former royal peculiars: St. Michael's Collegiate Church, Penkridge near Wolverhampton. St. Michael and All Angels Church, Turton Hall, Wolverhampton, 1247 to 1548. Canons of Dover Priory until 1130. Holy Trinity Minories, London, until 1730. St. Mary and St. Alkelda, Middleham, until 1845. Wimborne Minster, 1318 to 1846. St. Peter's Collegiate Church, Wolverhampton, 1479 to 1846. The Deanery of St. Buryan, comprising St. Buryan's Church in St. Buryan Street, Sennin's Church, Sennin, and St. Levan's Church, St. Levan, until 1850. The Deanery of Bridgnorth until 1856. Dorchester Abbey, 1536 to 1837. The Collegiate Church in Amp. Royal Free Chapel of St. Mary the Virgin, St. Mary's Church, Shrewsbury, until 1856. St. Mary's Church, Stafford. Non-royal peculiars. The Peculiar of Massam. St Mary Le Bow, Christ Church, Oxford, the Peculiar of Charterhouse, the parish of Southwick, Christ Church, Bath. The following chapels of the Inns of Court are extra-diocesan, and therefore peculiars but not royal: the Peculiar of the Temple Church, the Peculiar of Lincoln's Inn, the Peculiar of Gray's Inn,